The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades. You must stay at home.
Okay, Kev, how do you feel?
This happened because nobody was taking it seriously enough.
Monumental moments like this, like you see the best of the best and the worst of the worst. And we're hoping to focus on the best of the best, like the heroes.
This is all very different. I don't think I've ever made a film from my living room before. I rarely film at home, to be honest. I'm sort of quite private.
We are making... He's mowing the lawn.
I have no idea how the next couple of weeks are going to unfold, but I'm in the same boat as everyone else.
So sorry.
I'm trying to do a piece to camera, a very serious piece to camera, and Kevin's watching Robbie Williams on Instagram.
I'm keen to hear from the unsung heroes and cling on to the positives through all of this.
Okay.
I am at home, as you can see, sat on the floor in the living room. We would love to hear how you guys are getting on. I'm really interested actually in hearing from those of you who are prioritising others, so helping the vulnerable, you know, putting your own kind of concerns to one side. I suppose this is a bit like an open casting. Just want to hear what you guys are up to.
Hi Stacey, I'm Joanne. I'm 21 and I live in London. I love doing my and I'm self-employed. So when lockdown happened.
We have had the most brilliant response to my shout out. Listen to this one.
Hi, I'm Charlotte. I'm in Wigan. I'm a teacher, but right now during lockdown, I'm helping coordinate Wigan Scrub Hub. We're making PPE scrubs for frontline workers in the community.
So you're Charlotte?
I am, yeah, and this is Hannah.
Hello Hannah, hello darling. Thank you both so much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. Charlotte, you're a teacher?
Yes, I'm a textiles teacher in my day job normally, and Hannah has currently been furloughed by her company. This is my full-time job now. We're probably doing 60 hours a week, I'd say.
You're not 60 hours?
Yeah, at least.
Tell me how many scrubs you think have been made as a direct result of this?
So at the moment, we've got 1,000 orders. From there, we've kind of built and built and built, and now it's kind of like a whole-town effort, really.
So impressive. Yeah. Who are you supplying?
We've got everything. We've got Wigan A&E department, we've got Wrightington Hospital, GP surgery, care homes.
This is such a slick production. It's only 2 weeks old. The idea that, you know, two normal girls have kind of rallied round and made such a difference is remarkable.
We're just going to do a couple of swaps.
Okay, you carry on. I'm going nowhere for the next few weeks.
Right, kind of quickly. So that's for the ambulance service.
They're brilliant, aren't they, these two? How many scrubs in total are you delivering today to the care homes?
I'm doing 30 sets today. Hannah is doing 120 bags at the ambulance service.
This is a very well executed plan. It's like military precision. So that's the first drop and run done.
Off to number 2 now, yeah, thank you.
Take care, Charlotte. Thanks for your time. She's gone.
Come on. Hi, my name's Marie. I'm a support worker. And
We're trying to find new ways to support our patients, even though it's not the way we would normally do it.
This is from a lady called Ellie.
Hi, my name's Ellie Barker. I'm 25 years old.
I'm actually due to give birth and wondered whether you would be interested in hearing about my experience. We should definitely video her. I'm about to start some kind of yoga. Here we are.
Oh.
Hello darling, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Is this your first baby?
Yeah.
What a remarkable time to have a baby.
Yeah, definitely. All of this is going on just makes it a bit more, we'll say special.
Exactly.
We're going to tell about it one day, aren't we?
Have you got all your bits? So you're all sorted in
Yeah,
terms?
we've got everything. I actually, even though we don't need the crib up yet, I was so bored yesterday, I literally just started doing it myself. So there it is.
Oh look, we're halfway there.
It took me absolutely ages, and then I remembered that my partner's a builder, so why am I doing similar stuff?
Where is he now?
He's still working. Bless him. He's classed as self-employed, and we're not sure what's going to happen there yet still.
So when's baby due?
Next Friday.
Oh, do you know what you're going to call him?
Yeah, we're going to call him Henry.
Henry, baby Henry. Talk me through how you're feeling about giving birth, given that we're in the middle of like a global pandemic.
I am feeling anxious because I'm only allowed the one person in there with me, and originally I was going to have my partner and my mum, but now I'm not going to have my mum there, which is a shame.
So you seem really upbeat nonetheless.
Yeah, you just got to crack on with it, really, haven't you? I don't want to stress myself out unnecessarily. It's just a strange time all round, so just got to get on with it.
Thank you so much.
No, that's okay.
Shall speak to you soon.
You're welcome.
All right, love. See ya. Bye-bye. I think Ellie is a perfect example of life going on. My pals that are parents, they feel really apprehensive when everything is normal. So this is an added layer of stress and an added layer of uncertainty. And that's why she's so impressive, because seemingly she's so chill. Like, she's just trying to get on with things. Yeah, you know, he's coming. He's not going to wait for everything to pass. It's going to feel very uplifting, which is what we all need right now.
The coronavirus pandemic continues to grow.
Morning. Good morning.
Yesterday, the Prime Minister announced the most radical steps yet.
This is what life has become for me speaking with my girlfriend.
As the next step, today we launch NHS Volunteers.
Right. Hello, darling.
Stacey, hi Richard.
How are you? Right, let me get us in a situation where we can all see each other. 1 minute.
No worries.
No problem.
Richard, talk me through how Corona has changed your life.
Overnight, I've gone from going to the office, going outside, to just being like stuck in my bedroom. And at the same time as all that's going on, I am going into Nightingale this weekend for the first time to volunteer there with St John Ambulance. I'm excited to do my bit, but also a bit scared.
What do you do for a living?
So I work for the Financial Conduct Authority in the technology department.
Oh, wow.
So you couldn't get further away from Nightingale.
Like opposite ends of the spectrum. Serena, how many hours are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be doing 12-hour shifts, Stacey. I don't even know if I'm able to stay awake for 12 hours.
Are your pals concerned? Are your family members frightened, thinking, God, you're throwing yourself in at the deep end?
They've asked why. That's the first question. Why would you do this? Why would you put yourself on the front line? But I think it's really important to give back to the community.
When did this start, this hunger to want to help other people, strangers? Where do you think it comes from?
My mum actually passed away a few years ago. Oh. She has MS and she had carers like 24/7.
I wonder if subconsciously that sort of taught you compassion and empathy, and that's why, you know, you're so desperate to help other people.
Yeah, so experiencing the stuff that she had from the NHS and seeing the care that she was provided, I think will come in useful when I'm kind of going out in these environments.
Have they told you how long you should expect to volunteer?
They're saying to like 3-4 months, but yeah, a long time.
Right, okay. Well, let's stay in touch and have a lovely evening. What are you doing tonight?
I'm going to have a barbecue. I've tidied my garden today, so I'm going to have a barbecue.
Girl, I can't tell. I'm so jealous. I've got no garden. All right, gang. Thank you again so much. I'm delighted to have met you both. Thank you. They are so adorable. I've had a funny day because I spoke to my mum this morning and she was really upset. Two of her pals have died, so she rarely sort of gets emotional, but so I've sort of been a bit like that. And then, you know, you speak to Richard and Serena and you think, you know, just the loveliest people, total sweethearts, and just so selfless. I think that's what I find so impressive. It's just, you know, volunteering and sort of putting yourself forward to look after strangers, I think is really brilliant.
I spoke to the midwife today. If there's any sign of me having a complicated birth, I have to do it all by myself. I'm not allowed anyone there. So that's a bit rubbish. Knowing that potentially I could be by myself is actually a bit scary, if I'm honest with you. So that's today's wobble.
We're making a PPE to help the nurses and doctors.
Hi, I'm Louise and I'm a key worker at the minute because I'm a prison officer. I've just arrived at work. There's only allowed 6 people in at one time as we've got to keep social distancing.
I am nearly a third of the way through my intensive care night shift.
In the last hour, Downing Street has said that the Prime Minister
Boris
has
Johnson
been admitted
is tonight in intensive care at St Thomas's Hospital.
The Houses of Parliament, the Prime Minister
struggling with the symptoms of coronavirus.
Let's go live to Stacey Dooley's house. How's it going, social distancing for you?
Do you know what? I feel like I've been sort of self-isolating for the past 5 years. I'm so antisocial, so I'm sort of okay. I've got my foods, I've got a cup of tea.
I saw a picture of you dressed up. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, it's you in that fabulous black dress
I'm
at home.
so extra. I'm sorry, Steph. There's always one.
No, I love it.
So basically, my pal, she messaged me, oh, can you and Kev give us a ballroom lesson? I was like, yeah, no hassle. So I put the dress on, really went for it. And Kev was sort of poking fun at me because he was saying, Stacey, you're talking to them like you've been teaching ballroom 20 years. I kept saying, you're amateurs. So I'll be nice and slow, as if I knew what I was doing, you know.
Oh, thank you so much for
Steph,
joining us.
thank you. Well done. It's amazing. I think you're doing incredible.
Lovely to see you, honey.
Bye.
See you later. There we are.
Stacey, is Kevin willing to join you for the rap at the end?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Can you just reposition so we can see you in frame? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Children 3.
Thank you so much.
And goes for a jog. Stickman, oh Stickman, beware of the dog. A stick backs the dog. An excellent stick. The right kind of stick for my favourite trick. I'll fetch it and drop it and fetch it and then I'll drop it and fetch it and drop it again.
Watch me.
Go, Matt. Matt Lucas, thank you very much.
They didn't cut to us, Kev.
Lovely to chat to you.
I'm so mad.
should end the show without getting everybody.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry. Is it done?
Yeah, we're off there, amazing.
I'm currently in the freezer, which is around -20 degrees, so it's very cold.
I've also been out delivering to our customers at their front doors.
So we're mostly doing shopping trips, prescriptions, or helping people.
Henry is now 5 days late. So I'm on my way to work now.
I'm one of the junior doctors working in psychiatry, dealing with mental health conditions.
How has this virus changed the way that you work?
It's just so different. We are seeing patients a lot less face to face. It's very difficult to sort of have that balance of looking after your patients and being there for them, but at the same time protecting them and protecting yourself in this new way of working, essentially. So, for example, patients admitted to ITU or admitted to hospital generally that are very, very unwell. We're dealing with things like a loss of, I don't want to say dignity, but a loss of self. You're having a lot of things done to you and you have no control over it because it's the only way we can look after you. Yeah. Things like having catheters put in place, things like being rolled over, being cleaned by someone else when you're used to doing all of these things yourself.
I mean, yeah, a few weeks ago you were perfectly able. That must be incredibly difficult to accept. How about those that are at home and they have things like bipolar, anxiety? What are they saying to you? How are they coping?
This is a worry that we do have. Some people might feel vulnerable after this, and it's about understanding that and adapting. If someone is feeling low in mood or someone is feeling anxious, those are perfectly normal responses to the situation that we're in. We shouldn't pathologize these things. We shouldn't turn them into something that's wrong and needs treating. We need to give...
Oh, I've lost her. Oh. Don't worry.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Hi, I don't think you heard any of that.
No, I heard most of it. I just missed the last bit.
Yeah. I thought, you know what, let me answer it because my mum will call back because she's wondering where I am.
Oh, is that your mum?
Because I normally would have finished work.
Say that's mum's ringing her. I'm so sorry. You're probably due home. I'm sorry.
Just going for a walk to Tesco. Got my bag. Daniel's annoyed that he had to escort me. Slowly. Apparently he could crawl faster than I can walk. I think he should start crawling.
I've today left hospital after a week in which the NHS has saved my life. No question.
Do you want banana or raspberries? A couple of a day or two ago, you had a bit of a wobble. You felt a bit out of sort.
Yeah, I had another wobbly little bitch fit today as well, to be fair.
I think you're entitled to. You're very hormonal and you are heavily pregnant.
Each day is just the information pregnant women are being given is just completely different at the moment, which is understandable because each day is completely different in the news at the moment. So next week, if I still haven't gone into labour, they'll book me in to be induced, which is why I got a bit annoyed once I left my midwife because I don't want to get induced because I'll be by myself. So I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. I don't really want to think about it.
I think that's wise though, isn't it? That's probably quite level-headed, just take each day as it comes.
Yeah. I'm just hoping we have a natural birth, as natural as you can get, and it all kind of goes to plan, really.
And how's Dan?
He's okay, bless him. This is his first, is it your first day off work?
Oh, is he
His
there?
first day.
Hi! Dan, where are your clothes?
I'm having a lazy day. It's my first day off work.
Actually, that's true, yeah. He's the only one that's been working.
Yeah.
Thank you ever so much for your time.
Brilliant, I'll keep you up to date in the meantime.
All right, darling. Thank you.
Hello. Oh gosh, I am on my second break. It's been quite busy, to be fair. So I've just come out for some fresh air. My feet are killing me. We've had all different casualties or patients come in. Done ECGs, blood tests, blood pressure, various different observations on them, and just general patient care. So far so good. 4 hours left and counting.
This poem that All on the Board put up is brilliant. Dedicated to all the heroes working and training to work at the Nightingale hospitals. You are heroes without capes, and there is nobody in this world like you. Medicines may cure, but your actions will give others the strength to fight. We are forever in your debt.
Walking into that place is incredible. Seeing the patients that are in all sorts of various conditions is shocking to see. And it's been really nice to help out in small ways I can. So I've been combing one of the ladies' hair and just chatting to some of the patients and doing their observations. And there's really a nice thing at the end of every bed. It gives you a description of what this person has, what their interests are, facts about themselves, and then pictures of themselves out in the normal world, which is really nice to see.
Serena, how were you feeling at the start of the shift, sort of as you were walking into the hospital?
As soon as I got changed and went into the staff room and I saw my other colleagues there, I did start in a brick, to be honest with you. Yeah? It's all good when you're training and yet doing it not on real patients, but actually now I'm going to have to do this on real patients. Oh my God.
What were you most apprehensive about?
I think it's the elderly patients and seeing like really sick people. That really scares me. That scares me a lot. And I went through that with my dad and my granddad. So you would think I should be used to it, but actually no, I think my heart's too soft for this. I really do.
God, what a day.
I know, right?
What are you going to do now? Go straight home?
Oh, I am. I'm going to call my partner and I'm going to get him to run me a bath. So by the time I get home, that bubble bath should be ready.
Serena, well done. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Stacey. Have a great evening.
We've got enough for everyone, so we'll get to everyone.
Don't worry.
You can't touch me, you're not allowed to touch me. Every night we're out making sure that homeless people in Glasgow are getting a hot meal.
Can I show you something? Look at my boyfriend's tattoo. This will impress you. Look at his tattoo. Can you see it?
I love Glasgow, The kindness homeless street team go out to give people a clean sleeping bag for the winter, and then the coronavirus hit, and pretty much all charities and street groups have stopped going out.
Coronavirus isn't a problem for them.
No,
it's the
it's
food.
Because there's no one buying them a sausage roll during the day, there's nobody giving them a few quid, nobody buying them cheeseburgers. So we've been out every day since. We're standing in my kitchen making like 100 sandwiches. We went from about 5 reliable people to about 30.
These people are so desperate to help complete strangers. Where does that come from?
Like for myself, it's a question of integrity, it's the right thing to do. It just comes from a good place for everyone, there's nobody, like you said, everybody's selfless. I think the thing as well, just now, given the environment we're in, you're only like a couple of paychecks away from being in the street. And people always say, no, I'll never be on the street, blah, blah, blah. And now that if it wasn't for mortgage holidays, they wouldn't have a house anymore.
Yeah. Have you yourself ever struggled with homelessness or?
My mum was homeless when basically she was pregnant and when I was a baby. So it was way back. I didn't know that until recently because I don't like to ask her a lot of questions about it when I was a kid because it wasn't very good. So I only found it out recently.
And your mum is well now? She's
doing well. She actually comes out and helps us sometimes on the street as well.
Sounds amazing.
The current measures must remain in place for at least the next 3 weeks.
So just popping these meals at the doorstep.
Yeah, they're all distributed now. The last are going out today, so yeah, great.
Oh, there's that squirrel again. Kev, that squirrel's alive. Or it's another squirrel. There's more grey squirrels because they actually bullied the red squirrels. I'm so heavily invested in these squirrels.
Just quite slowly going mad through isolation.
I used to be so wild. I had such an interesting life.
No, you're saying talking about
Squirrels.
Boring.
Boring.
Hi, my name's Freya and I work for Help Refugees in Greece.
Trying my hardest to get my work done, but it's very, very difficult when your cats are involved.
Freya, how do you come to that kind of a decision, right? Someone saying, actually, you can go home and make sure that your family are safe, or you can stay here and try and help those who are living in tents.
My family are in the UK, they have the NHS, they have each other. This kind of work doesn't stop just because there's a virus, and we still have to tackle all of the issues that we had to deal with day in, day out that happened before the virus. We just have this on top of it now.
What's going on in the camps?
So there was one lady who gave birth in Athens, and then she was taken back to the camp, and we think she probably picked up in the hospital in Athens. And she, overnight, they found 23 more cases in the same camp. It's going to spread so quickly because people are living so closely together. They still have to queue up for hours to get food very close together. They still have to queue to use showers and toilets that are difficult to keep clean. That is a massive challenge.
I mean, the camp in Lesbos, I know for certain, is massively overcrowded.
It was built for 3,000 people and it now has over 20,000 people living there.
Which gives you an idea of how many people might be living in the one tent.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Freya? Like on a personal level, how are you doing?
Scared. I'm very scared and worried, and everything feels really big. But I think there are things that we can do and that make it even just a little bit better.
I just think it's really cool that we've got young Brits over there trying to sort of do their bit. Makes me feel really proud, selfishly. All right, I'll see you in a bit. Thanks, bye-bye. Freya. Bye-bye. Bye. I don't know how they're going to manage. The minute this hits, refugee camps in Syria, camps in the Middle East, camps in Europe, it's just going to take so many people out because they haven't got the resources and they haven't got the luxury of being able to stay at home because they haven't got a home.
This would normally be a full outpatient department. Thank you for helping and thank you for being part of this, reducing the spread.
Richard!
Hello, Stacey, how are you?
Richard, my shining knight. I think Serena's meant to be joining us.
Yes.
1 minute. Hi, Serena.
Hi, Stacey.
Hello, my girl. How are you?
I'm good. Can you guys see me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
I'm sure you can hear me.
I love her. Hey! She's beauty and she's grace. You look nice. I suppose I just wanted to check in with you both and just see how you're doing and how you're feeling. What do you think this pandemic has taught you both?
I would say it's just that kind of compassion and that care of people and like reprioritising what is important in life. In those kind of situations when you're literally lying there on a bed fighting for your life, it doesn't matter what kind of job you've got and all that kind of stuff. It's all about your family and the people around you and like NHS workers and stuff that really are the only things that matter in those situations.
If you're on a deathbed, your Nike trainers don't mean nothing. Your Ralph Lauren tracksuit doesn't mean anything whatsoever. And that's what it's really taught me, is arrange your values correctly, Serena. Wearing the newest sportswear or name brands, that's not important. Who you've got around you is super, super important. And what you also give back to the community is super important as well.
I'm just full of admiration for you both, and I've loved getting to know you. I really have. What are you doing this afternoon? What are you doing?
I seem to always be having a barbecue, don't I?
I'm jealous. I don't want to hear it, Serena. He's here. Baby Henry. Hey. Cheers, baby Henry. Oh, he is just so stunning. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm definitely on the mend. I ended up having an emergency C-section.
Right.
Just as well though, because it turns out little man had his cord wrapped around his neck twice, so it's been mad. But completely worth it. We're in our own little bubble here, which is nice. You just want everyone to have a cuddle with him. Like, I've had a nice little binge of time with him now, so it's getting to that point where you want all your loved ones to actually come round and have a cuddle.
That makes so much sense. You've had the time to sort of soak him up and enjoy him, and God, isn't he incredible? And you sort of want to show him off, don't you, to your folks and the rest of the family. It's a little ray of sunshine through all of this madness.
It is. Considering how dramatic the world seems at the moment, and everything's changing day by day, and no one knows whether they're coming up or down. Yeah, it's quite nice.
He's ace. I'm delighted. I've made up for you. Thank you so much.
The coronavirus is the biggest
As the
threat
next
this
step,
country
stay at
is
home, we will maintain social distancing,
economic operations.
Let me start by addressing the issue of utmost
By safety finally,
has decided
if
that
we as a
current
country
measures must
can
remain
show the
in
same
place
spirit
for at least the
of
next
optimism, together we will come through this all the faster.
For me, I reckon I'll be just full of gratitude at the end of all of this. Like, so grateful and so delighted when I'm allowed out. Just the smallest things will feel like a real treat.
Cheers, guys.
Lockdown.
You know, I've had conversations with those who are so courageous and so selfless, and they're putting themselves at risk just to do their bit to help others. I find that such an impressive trait, completely remarkable.
Serena, you ready?